Hello everyone, welcome to the Driver Mod. My name's Anthony, and before we get this video started, I did just want to let everyone watching this video know that we are in the middle of our 2,000 subscriber giveaway. We're going to be giving away 3 items. You're going to have 3 chances to win. All the details are going to be in the video. I'm going to post a link in the description below as well up in the corner above. So make sure you watch that video so you know how to enter. It's not going to be like a standard giveaway, so definitely watch that video if you're interested in winning one of our possible giveaways. Now, without further ado, let's get to your featured video. What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Driver Mod. Today we're going to be doing a mod on the GT350. Today's modification is going to be a simple mod again for the GT350 that helps deal with some of the issues that it comes with from the factory. We're going to be installing the B.R.D.S support system from Archetype Racing. These are nice billet aluminum support bars that braces that help support the rear diffuser. So one of the issues that arises from the factory with the GT350s is the rear bumper sag. Now, Ford put out a TSB to help address this, but even with the TSB, the bumper can sag, and most will have a crack that's about 1/8 of an inch, a separation, if you will, from the bumper and the fender of about 1/8 of an inch. That's about as good as it's going to get, and that's due to the factory hardware not being strong enough to support even the stock downforce loads that this stock rear diffuser creates. The rear supports, which you can see one of them right there, they're only plastic. They're very brittle, and they can, they're prone to stretching, and I've even seen them with the stock aero loads, them breaking and snapping. So with these pieces from Archetype Racing, these are billet aluminum pieces, very sturdy. You're not going to have that issue anymore. Furthermore, if your bumper has already started separating, this will not fix that from happening. But if your bumper, like I said, is about 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch from the fender there, then this can help alleviate that from continuing to progress. So if your bumper is currently at 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch, installing these will help prevent and eliminate the situation from progressing altogether due to the strength of the item. So we're gonna start here. You're gonna lift the back of the car, make sure you've got jack and jack stands, and then when you do that, make sure you chock the front of the car to prevent it from rolling. Now we're gonna start with removing the rear diffuser. Make sure you have an item like this or some sort of tray organization to help prevent the bolts and the clips from possibly getting lost or rolling away. We've got these silicone mats from Grip Mats. They work very well. I'll leave a link for them in the description below. So let's get started. I like to start by removing the plastic clips first and then the bolts. So you're just going to work your way down the back of the diffuser. There's 2 different types of clips. You have this style right here, which has a center locking piece. So you pull that down first and then pull the bottom base out. And then you have this style right here, which is just a Christmas tree style is what we call them. That's just push the head and it pops out. And then just work your way down the diffuser with the different styles using your trim removal tool. Now we can remove the 4 13mm bolts. There's one right here. There's one right here. And then there's 2 on the front near the differential that I'll show you when I get to those. Brace your eyes when you do this because a lot of debris likes to build up on this cover, and so you'll get a lot of stones and little rocks that'll fall down onto your face. Just use like a 13mm socket and 3/8 drive, 1/4 inch, whichever you got. I'm using some electric tools. This is where I said be careful, because you're going to let it down and a bunch of debris is going to come down to your face if you're not ready for it. So you can see right there all that debris. So now we're going to move to the front, take those 13mm bolts off. You can see them kind of right there. So just take your 13mm socket, can just support it with your leg or your other hand to prevent it from completely falling on you. All right, now you can, the hangers kind of have these little prongs that go into these cutouts that are in the hanger, so you kind of got to pull it forward towards the front of the vehicle before you can let it down, and then set that off to the side. While we've got it off, we're gonna go ahead and just turn it upside down and knock out all the debris. And now we can move on to replacing the support brackets. They actually bolt to the rear part of the diffuser. All right, so here we're on the driver's side. Here you can see this is the bracket. You've got one bolt holding it in up here, and then you've got your exhaust actuator harness that you need to unclip from it, and then one more Christmas tree clip right here. I'm gonna start with the clip for the exhaust harness first.
What is this, Daddy?
A diffuser. We can do the clip down here.
This is really good. Can you remove this?
Just kind of work it out any way you can.
Look, Daddy.
And then you just remove the 10mm bolt up here.
That's crazy, Daddy.
Yeah. Keep unbolting it until you can get it out by hand. There'll be a washer behind it that it screws into. So you'll see the new item from Archetype Racing comes with all new hardware, so you don't need to reuse any of your factory hardware. So we are back under the car. So you're gonna stick the support in with the Allen going through the bracket and going through the factory hole that's up here. Then you're going to take your washer and self-locking nut and feed it behind. Really no way to get a good view on this. Then we're going to take our 10mm wrench and stick it on the self-locking nut behind, and then a 5mm Allen to tighten down the bolt. All right, guys, you will notice we did film this. This is the next day. We had to speak to Curtis about the bracket that comes off of this, trying to get it to line with this piece, which is actually part of the bumper cover as well, but it's not as crucial as obviously the actual diffuser that supports the bumper to the rear, like, metal hardware of the vehicle. And then also this harness, there's nowhere for it to snap into. So that little side piece, if you can get it to line up and still have everything lower line up properly, feel free to do that. But as far as the object and goal for this install, this is really all that needs to be done in order to, you know, provide the proper support to the diffuser. So once you get this far, you can go ahead and pop the rear diffuser back on and you're done. We're not going to show that. It's just the exact opposite process of install or removal. All right, guys, that's going to conclude today's install video on the Billet Rear Diffuser Supports from Archetype Racing. High quality piece, definitely something I recommend. Definitely, you know, because that bumper does like to separate from the body, but this should definitely stop it where it's at, you know, and prevent it from progressing any further. So hit up Archetype Racing for those items, and I'll include their link to their website in the description below. Anyways, guys, take care, drive safe, and we'll see you in the next video here at the Driver Mod. Take care.